Chris Boswell, Mayor of the City of Harlingen. Thanks for taking some time to visit with us this afternoon about our status on the COVID-19 crisis and pandemic here in Harlingen and throughout our region. And I hope that you'll learn some information that will be useful to you during this presentation. So what we want to talk about today is where we are. And as of today, we have a total of 27 COVID-19 related patients in Harlingen hospitals. That's 12 COVID positives and 15 patients who are under investigation or suspected of having COVID-19. So a month ago, on April 14th, the total number was 36. So that's positive. The number has gone down. The number of COVID-19 or COVID-19 suspected patients in our hospitals has gone down from 36 to 27 over the past month. And while our total positive cases has risen to 544 from 239 in that month's time, we've tested a lot more individuals. We've tested about 6,784 individuals in Cameron County. So only about 8% are testing positive, and that's less than the statewide average of about 9%. Also, our trend line of new cases in the state of Texas is going down. Our trend line in the Cameron County as a percentage of total cases is going down. And in Harlingen, the trend line of new cases as a percentage of the total number of cases is also going down and remaining flat at about 3%, which is really very low over the last week. A little more good news, staff and patients at the two nursing homes here in Harlingen that have had a lot of patients test positive and staff test positive are beginning to recover. Although very sadly, we've lost 20 of our friends, neighbors, and family members in these homes to the COVID-19 virus. As of yesterday, 31 out of 117 residents in the two nursing homes have recovered, and 50 of the 64 employees in those nursing homes who tested positive have also recovered. So we're grateful for that bit of good news, and we hope that it continues. Out of the 232 cases that have been reported for Harlingen, all but 50 are as a result of those two nursing homes. So less than 20% are in the general population here in the city of Harlingen. Now, that's a stark reminder of why we must continue these practices of washing hands, physical distancing, staying home if we're sick, and wearing masks. Because when in close contact, as these residents are in these nursing facilities, the virus can spread very quickly. When we're spreading out and when we're using physical distancing, the virus has not spread quickly. So it's a really important reminder to all of us of why we have to continue these practices. So please continue to do your part and physical distance, wear your mask, wash your hands, sanitize things, and stay home when you can, and if you're sick. But we also want to tell you, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Don't be afraid to go to the hospital. If you have something wrong with you, please go. If you're feeling sick and you feel like you need to be checked out, don't stay home and let it get worse so you end up in the emergency room. We need to encourage each and every one of you not to be afraid. I went to the dentist this week, and it was probably the safest place I've been all week. Everyone was wearing personal protective equipment, the face shield, the masks, the gloves, and they were very, very clean, and everything was very, very safe. So don't be afraid to go, and don't be afraid to have yourself checked out if you think something is wrong with you, because that will only lead to worse problems for our entire community. So, food bank, operations will resume on May 21st and continue on June 10th and the 17th at the Harlingen Soccer Complex from 9 to 11, and then also at the Way of the Cross Ministry during the week, usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 to 3 at the end of F Street at the corner of F Street and Jackson. So testing, we continue to have testing. UTRGV at Treasury Hills Boulevard, Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 5. We'll have some additional National Guard testing, so look for that on the website. You can also test at the Brownsville site because we have reached an agreement with Brownsville to have them test for you. So you have options, and we're developing more options for testing. So we're going to put the numbers that you need to call for pre-clearance for those sites up on the screen so that you can see that and be able to call if you feel like you need to be tested. Harlingen's emergency loan program is probably going to announce a first round of loans this past week. Those are up to $10,000 for businesses that qualify, repayment to begin in a year, less than 25 employees. Go to the Harlingen Economic Development Corporation website. It's still not too late to apply, so if you think you might qualify, do so. Finally, don't forget, we have a census coming up, and this is so important to our community because we have been undercounted in the past, and as we move forward, we're going to need to have a lot more help. We're going to need to have our fair share of federal funding to help the most needy in our community, to help in those areas where there is the most need, where there is most disadvantaged of our population, but also so that our numbers can be registered and be seen and heard by those in Austin and Washington. So you should have gotten one of these forms in the mail, but if you didn't get one of the forms in the mail, you can simply call my2020census.gov or go to my2020census.gov on any computer or call the number on the website. They'll talk you through it, or you can mail this in, but it's real easy online to fill this out, and it's so important for the future of our community and our region that each and every one of you register for the census. Always, we say thank you to our first responders, our teachers, our hospital workers, our grocers, and everyone on the front lines, including our city staff who's working around the clock, working very hard, sometimes exposing themselves to the virus to make sure that our city's streets are operational, so we continue to have city services, we continue to have first class police and fire protection. So thank you to each and every one of them, and if you see them, honk your horn, thank them as I've asked you to do in the past, and also thank you for what you're doing to keep the spread from continuing in our community. You've done a great job, and I really appreciate you doing that for each and every one of us. Keep it up. As we reopen our businesses here in Harlingen, we will stay safe, we'll stay healthy, and we'll be Harlingen strong, and we'll beat this thing together. Thank you.